when we talk about sobriety, what I ultimately, like, what happened is I had to become divorced from the idea that that's who I was as an individual.
Right.
And I really had to just clean the slate. And that was the biggest moment for me, was just to forget about all these ideas that I had, or like you said, codes in a way. I had to just forget every notion that I had about myself and start from the ground up.
Right.
Like what do I really know? Like what I really know is that it seems like drinking is out of control.
Mm-hmm.
I'm powerless over it, and that I have a lot of consequences every time I drink and drug.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that I know, right? And so from that point, I did have to change the nature of my relationships with individuals. For me, it happened very, very organically. I didn't have to have hard conversations with individuals. But I did definitely have to start spending time with different people.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was people who were going to support what I was doing now. Just as I had when I was actively using, now I need to surround myself and gravitate towards those people who are going to support my sobriety and accept that about me. And that has been life-changing for me. So when we talk about breakups or breakthroughs, I think the reason that we have breakthroughs in the picture is because on the other side of that is growth. For me, even though I knew that drinking and drugging was absolutely toxic and that my life was unmanageable as a result of using it, to remove it from my life completely came with a large sense of grief. I didn't that was the one thing that was mine. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you identify with that, but that was like, I could use and I could drink and nobody could say anything about it. And that was something that I wanted to do, that I got to do, right? Like I had to spend the rest of my day going to work and doing all this other crap that I didn't want to do, that I had to do. Drinking and drugging was mine. And when I removed it, I felt this large sense of grief towards that part of myself. And so it's very confusing. It can be really, really confusing. And it did feel like a breakup, right? But on the other side of that was a new beginning, was a breakthrough. And so I was able to come out on the other side of that with a clean slate and new possibilities. So I could say to myself, all right, yeah, that is not a part of me. And I don't identify as that person anymore.